Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Lena.
And I am Dahlia. This is a fucking joke. Is that the fucking alarm?
I don't hear nothing.
Fuck. Someone's fucking ringing the doorbell. Shit, man.
Oh. You know what? You want to keep it going?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Okay. Technical difficulties. But today, guys, we're going to talk about a couple things. Quick little rundown. Talk about some friendships. The crazy weekend that I had in the gayest town in America. And the show You on Netflix, if I'm pretty sure all of you guys are familiar. I haven't really gotten past the second season, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's the second season I get past. But Dahlia's been really into that show recently, so I'll let her talk a little bit about that. But for me, guys, the weekend that I went to Provincetown this past Memorial weekend, and I will say time was definitely had. It was my first time there, and I can definitely say that those people, everyone that I met there was like obnoxiously nice, like too nice, even if you could say. But I really like the vibe.
Joe Goldberg nice, like kind of murdery.
Did you oh, I think I would have turned around and went home if it was murderous nice. No, but they were like, because it's like, seaside type of town. Everybody's just outside on a leisurely walk with their dog. Everybody. I was talking about everybody and their mom had a freaking dog.
You need to annotate the fact that this is a white people country.
Yes, I should have mentioned that. But this is peak white gay town. So all of these couples have a dog instead of kids. I don't know. But it was really nice. Like we went to a pool party, a pool party, some nightclubs, sightseeing a little bit, went out to eat to this really good Jamaican place.
Whoa, hold on. You said we. I did not go. The other person is not me. She's talking about her and her partner. Now, yes. What I'm going to say next I'm going to put a pin in that because I heard a really interesting question on a podcast where someone was like, between the both of you, who's more homophobic? And genuinely, I think Lena somehow you get so gay, you become homophobic. It's like you're so straight, you become gay. Like the extremes become.
I see the logic. And I kind of see it with, like, how some straight men are so impossibly straight, somehow they're gay. Like their jokes are so straight that it's gay. Like you
jump the border to the other side. It's like traveling the world, but you see, like from California, if you just went a couple ways that way, if it wasn't against the rotation of the earth, you'd get to Russia. But you have to go all around the planet to get to Russia when you could have just went down the street that way. So it's kind of like that. They kind of just went against the current, and somehow they're exactly where they don't want to be. So I think the answer would be you would be more homophobic. I feel like also the different strains of homosexuals, the different species and stuff like that.
Different species. Like as a whole, it's just, under the umbrella of homosexuals. We're different breeds. Okay.
No, but there's like the different strains. It's like a weed connoisseur, like someone who a beer drinker. Like you have to drink a lot of beer to be a connoisseur of beer. Mm-hmm. So you're a connoisseur of whatever
queerness. Connoisseur of queerness. I've never heard that before, but I will take it. Guys, when I tell you, like, this weekend was like it was gay even for me. Okay. It was extremely queer. When I was telling Dahlia about it earlier, I think she said at one point in the story that it has officially become too gay for her. And I think at this point, like, I was a baddie down. Like, I was eating the bitches this entire weekend. What are you talking about? What, with this hair? They didn't know what to do. They did not know what to do with me. I literally became the mayor of Provincetown. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, wow. Anyways, but yeah, so they
hold on, guys. Yo, look how hot my best friend is, bro. It's crazy. Yo, hold on.
Can you
Let's
they
go.
can't see? Ah! Uh, uh.
Oh my god, I'm fanned out. I'm fanned out. Oh my god, I'm fanned out.
I'm crying. No, but I was like, the makeup was eating, the outfits were eating.
You look like you actually look like a stellar citizen. Like looking at you right here, I can't tell like you're one of the most fried people to ever walk this planet.
And you know what? I think that is a part of my appeal. I look so, sweet and innocent that some people can assume, right? Until you get to know me, and all of that is out the window. Anyways, so I absolutely love everyone that I encountered this past weekend. They were so sweet. They were complimenting my hair, my outfits, looking at my partner and be like, "Is this your girl? Because if it is, you better be cheering her right." Yes. Clock that. Do you know how hyped I was? Like, what? Like, are you hearing this? Are you hearing what I'm listening to right now? Like, what? Is that your girl? What? You better be treating her. Yeah, nigga. Exactly. I'm so sorry. I said sorry. Like, the humble me died in Provincetown. Okay, a god arose while I was there. But
I'm gonna need y'all to know something. I talked to Lena on the phone a couple days ago, fresh out of the P town, right? Pussy town is what I'm starting to call it now. And when I was talking to her on the phone, I can hear like Lena's ego has lived in like we think about it like Chernobyl. It's lived in like a controlled state, right? Like it's like no one's trying to control, but she's lived in this where she's like, okay, like like you're still a goddess, like yeah, but it's like she's like she us mortals we can manage her, we can metabolize her, right? I was telling you guys I was driving talking to her on the phone and I can realize I'm like, oh, this shorty's her top has actually flipped. Like her ego has now like it's starting to spread into the crops of like Poland. Like this is now like her bro. She's now like her radioactiveness fire. I love that girl. But I could hear her ego through the phone, y'all. And that scared the shit out of me. I was like, yo, okay. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, how do I support her while also being like, we gotta kick it up to DEFCON 2 because oh girl, we're at DEFCON 5, chilling, whatever. DEFCON 2, because now she's gonna bring this energy into the mortal world. And it's like Zeus showing his face. People get incinerated. It's like we need to get it back in its chambers a little bit. Please, madam.
Nigga, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I could not help it. The way, literally, every time I'm walking down the street, they're literally eating me up. I don't know what to tell you. There were dancers or strippers that were at the parties that we were going to, and I'm pretty sure that's like, strippers are just supposed to make you feel like, like you a bad bitch. But they was eating me up. I knew they was eating me up. I throw my little cash or whatever, and I didn't see her, talking too much to the other riches. But when me and my girl came up, she was like, "Oh my god, you're so hot." Next one over to her, I'm giving her money. She takes it, puts it into my shirt, and then fishes it out with her mouth. Talking about, oh my goodness, you smell so good. Ladies.
Oh, I think it just hit me. I think what reactivated you're already a god as you are, in your own sense. But we're all gods over here. But I think what reactivated your radioactivity is the fact that everybody in the town had the same shared like sentiment. It was like a wave. Like it was hitting you like a wall.
It literally was, because I'll be honest, I don't think I popped out really in a minute, right?
No.
Like consistently popped out, because this is the whole weekend of me fitted down, makeup down, hair down, like back to back.
When was the last time you went out like that?
I don't remember. I really don't remember the last time I really like, girl, I don't remember.
It's been a couple of years.
It
No,
has.
PR. Puerto
Yes.
Rico. Puerto Rico.
PR, I was eating a bitch of that. I'm having a little pink carrot. Cute. But like to give you some instance, okay, so we were on those electric scooters at one point during the let me take a deep breath because the fucking scooters will be the bane of my existence from here on forth. Okay. I thought it would be a lot easier than it actually was. It's the kind of, those type of electric scooters where you have to like stand up. So we were driving that into town at some point from the inn that we were staying at. Let me give you a rundown of kind of like the outfit, right? Had a basic top, this like over whatever shirt that I tied, cute little gold coin belt type of situation, and like wedges, really cute wedges, okay? And jeans.
Is that the belt you wore with the green one?
With the dress, with the maroon dress that I showed you, yes.
The green dress.
What green dress?
I thought there was a green dress with a turtleneck.
No. Oh, that was a two-piece. That was a two-piece I was telling you about. The skirt and top two-piece. We'll get there. We'll get there. But I'm riding down. I cannot ride the scooter. I'm losing my balance. I keep hopping off because I'm not like thinking to like use the brakes, and like I'm like I took off my wedges at some point and put them in my shirt because I'm thinking maybe it's just like I can't get my balance because of the heels. And there's just so much. There's cars. I am stressed out. I'm overstimulated, and my partner is living her best life. She's like literally like going on the scooter like it's no issue. Like there's no problem. While I am fighting for my life, I'm literally like we're riding down Commercial Street in Provincetown. If you guys are familiar, if you're not, I don't know what to tell you. But it's just a street with just like a bunch like their main street, and there's like a bunch of people there, right? And this lady, she sees us going down, and she's like, "Oh my!" To me, she was like, "Wow, you look like a movie star." You know, I'm so overstimulated and like just stressed. You know, I'm thinking there's like my hair's all over the place. It's getting stuck in my lip gloss. I'm sweating and I'm cold. Like it's just too much. It's just too much. But to this lady, I look like a movie star, you know, with my hair flowing down with this electric scooter and whatever, right? And it was like that, like I get into my head a lot about a lot of things, right? I'm not thinking all the time, damn, like I'm hot as fuck. This weekend. This weekend. I'm telling you, every which way I turned, every time we stepped out, they were like, wow, you are so gorgeous. Wow, 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 wow. Telling my girlfriend, shaking her hand, congratulating her. That was the ego. That was the ego boost of the year. Thank you. Thank you, Provincetown. Thank you so much. I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
You know what, bro? You seem to have like cooled down off your high from the last time I talked to you.
That was like no, because I was literally fresh off P-Town. Like I'm heading home. I was riding that high.
Bro, I could hear it in your voice. I think you see, this is why I say it feels kind of gay, because the fact that I can talk to you, I'm like, wow, this shorty's on cloud 9. That's and I'm like, I'm not hating. I'm just like, I didn't expect to be hit with like being in the presence of a god right now. I usually am, but you were super saiyaned up. So then now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hold space. Like I'm gonna try, you know, like keep my feet on the ground, stay grounded before I get blown away. You're just like, wow. What did he say? You're like, I forgot who I was, and I was just like, the levels of depth that sentence has is beyond my imagination. You're like, I forgot who I was. Like, yeah, it felt like you were like, I'm gonna move the planet. Yeah, like
oh,
that's
God,
how you.
Oh God, she's not even exaggerating. Like I was Super Saiyan in that moment. Bitches could not tell me shit. Could not tell me shit.
It wasn't a moment. It was a season. It was half a season. It was, you know what? It was like when they released a couple episodes on Netflix, like the first 3 episodes of a season, but they're gonna continue the rest of the season. It felt like that. It's like, let's grab your attention. Let's yaga you. I felt yaga because I didn't see it coming. So I'm driving back from work. I'm like kind of pooped, and then a god hits me up, and I'm like, Bro, I didn't know. Oh, hold on, let me lock in. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't lock in. I don't have the energy. Like, I just gotta take it all in. So, but it was good. Like, I'm happy for you in the fact that you got like. I feel like you've been so locked in with work and like so locked in with I gotta do this and then I gotta do this and I gotta do this and you've been like kind of heavy. So I feel like getting that weight lifted off and literally remembering who you are was like
Yes.
nice.
I definitely agree, guys. Like, if there's anything, like, I know we get so stuck into the grind of like just we have to get shit done, which is definitely what I've been. I've been working my butt off, just trying to get my shit together, trying to be there for my family, my friends, my partner, just like making sure all my boxes are checked. So I'm just really grateful for my partner for making the time for us to go away this past weekend and just have a ball. Like I had a ball. Like I haven't been out like that and just, let loose. It was fun. I really liked it. I really, really, really liked it. And I was like, I wasn't, girl, and I was not like drinking like crazy or smoking like crazy. I was just really just like living in the moment, enjoying it, just being an adult, because I feel like when we were younger, we used to party like no tomorrow, like no tomorrow. But we're getting older and a little bit more responsible, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I had a good time. I had a very good time.
I'm glad. I want to meet this partner of yours bro, she's hiding her from the world, bro.
Oh my God. I don't even think she's the only one that said this. Like my other friends were also saying that I was hiding my partner from them or whatever the case may be. And really it is not that. I think it's purely selfish reasons. I just like her all to myself. Like that's really it. She did meet some of my other friends at like a karaoke birthday thing situation. But guys, I've been compared to them past relationships, I've been so private about this one and just keeping things kind of just like to myself. Not that there's like anything bad or good, just like everything in general. I've just been quiet about it. And I don't know, I feel like I kind of enjoy that I get to have this really beautiful thing kind of like to myself. But yes, you will meet her. I will introduce you guys. We'll go out for dinner so you can meet who I've been spending all this time with. And I think you'll like her.
Yeah, I mean, I've asked multiple times, y'all. I'm like, can I meet her? Can I meet her? Fiending is not necessarily what I would use. I would use it like it's more interesting. It's like obviously me, being friends with Lena, I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't mind I really don't know what you're spending your free time doing, nor is it my business. I just would like to meet the person you're spending all of this time with. If she was spending it with different people, I wouldn't care. Right. But if they're all being spent by this one person, I was like, all right, what's this person about? Like what they got going on? Like, what's going? It's purely curiosity. If I don't meet her anytime soon, I will feel some type of way. Like, I'll just be like, "What the fuck is she going? Like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, she seems cool. Why you not? Like, bring her around. Like, we could chop it up."
I will also say, like, she does live in a different city. Not that it's that much of an excuse, because it's not like it's like an hour away, but it will happen. Okay, it will.
I feel like from the way you're explaining things, you feel like when we all know, then we're all like, oh yeah, bring her over, and then it becomes less like sanctified.
I guess you can. I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying. Like in past relationships, it kind of was that. And I don't know, like, I don't know. I just don't, honestly, I don't feel like all the parts of my social lives need to mix. That's my personal parts. Like there's, how there's different friend groups like that don't necessarily need to meet each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because for me, I have.
You don't like all my friends.
Right. And it's not like I think that they wouldn't get along. It's just they're just different kind of like parts of my lives. But she's not like a super sociable person either. So she's not going to want to be at every function, which is completely fine. But I don't know, like it just wasn't really a priority because it's been, I don't know. how many? It's been 7 months, something like that. Yeah, I think so. So it's still
Do
kind of
it.
early days.
Yeah, it's not early days anymore. Because
Well,
once you hit 10 months, it's not early days.
still early parts of a relationship because this is for everything for me. So we still got a
No,
long way
you
to
know
go.
what? Let me make this clear. I'm not pressing her. I really there's a small piece of me that I'm just like, do really whatever you want. But then there's also that part of me that's just like, it's like that human part of you. It's like the more you're hiding something, the more I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Now, like even if I didn't think about it before, it's like saying like, don't think of a pink elephant. The first thing you're thinking about?
A pink elephant.
Exactly. So it's like being like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm like, I wasn't worried before. Now I'm thinking about it. And now the more I think about it, I'm like, sometimes I'll pop into the thought and I'm like, hey, it's whatever. Like, it's cool. Like, if I never meet her, it will make zero difference to my life. But that aspect of me just wanting to be like, okay, I would like to know her, but it's not necessarily a necessity. If you really are like, that's not a priority for me, I don't want to do that, I can easily stop giving a fuck about it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then there's that disconnect, right? Of like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that person is either. So it's like, oh, she's going through this. It's like, I can't have, there's no launching point.
Like
There's
you
no,
see, like you've heard a name, but you just can't match it to a face because you.
it's like saying so and so is going through this, or I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I feel like I can't be there enough for you as a friend because I don't know that person, so I don't actually care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
they're like, they feel some type of way, like they're just having their own thing, and then that's gonna have reverberations to you. But then there's gonna be a blockage for us to be able to have that open dialogue because I don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm. I think I've been taking my time kind of like getting her or introducing her to my peoples and like my family. I'm very involved in like her family
You're
and
capping.
her. Hmm?
You're capping. You're lying.
What do you
You're
mean?
girl. You're playing defense.
No, you talked about this before. We've talked about this before, like how keeping her away kind of like from my people keeps kind of like this, I don't know, not a facade or fantasy, I think is how you described it before, but it's like it keeps kind of things like in La La Land, right? But genuinely, guys, like and this is a vulnerable moment to be sharing with you guys, so please take it, be nice. I am not out to my family quite yet. Okay. And that does play a big part. I don't want to bring her around like in past relationships, like bring my partner around as like a really, really, really close friend, you know? I don't necessarily want to move in that type of way anymore. I could see my future with this person. So it's just gonna be like this is my partner. This is who I am. And that is a very scary transition. I cannot cap to you guys. I cannot cap to Dahlia either. It's a scary transition for me. So I feel like I'm kind of once I am in the process of like getting my family ready for that. In my head, they have absolutely no idea what's coming at all. But in my mind, the way I'm kind of like putting things together so that I can have her here in my house and make sure that she's comfortable. I don't want her to ever feel like uncomfortable in my world, because this, I will unfortunately say, I don't think it's I can't confidently say that like my family isn't homophobic. I think they can be a little shady. They can be quite shady sometimes. So I'm trying to ease that in so that when she comes, it's not like she can feel kind of all this tension. I think, there might be a little bit tension regardless, because it's just not something that they're used to. Like I've, to their knowledge, only dated men before and all these other things. But it's it's transition. I told myself that this year will be the year that I break down that wall and I will tell them who I am, proud, loud and proud, right? So wish me luck, wish me luck, wish me luck, y'all, wish me luck. And I feel like once I get through that kind of internal hurdle of introducing her to my family and having, I feel like that become more comfortable for me, it would be easier for me to, you know, introduce her to the rest of the people in my life. But in the moment, at this moment, which I know it sounds kind of backwards, like, but my priority right now is getting my family ready for her, or not even just for her, but just like for our relationship. And that's where my mind has been, as to where to get her. You okay?
Yeah, bro. I just feel so fucking. I feel so fucking bad.
Why?
Like that fucking sucks dick. Like
It does.
that's really hard on you, bro. I don't want to cry, but it's like fuck. Like you have to think about all that shit all the time.
She's gonna make me cry. I was holding back tears.
I'm not crying on the fucking podcast.
I was holding back tears this entire time, and she's about to be the one to make me break it. It's a lot. I can't hold you. This is a lot to kind of think of. But I know that I can make it through this kind of murky waters. I really don't know what's on the other side. I don't know what my family's going to say. But I know that I'm really happy in this relationship, and that this is what it's going to be. So yeah, I'm getting my pieces together, guys, because you know, as we've talked about in previous episodes, I am a plotter. I can plot. Okay, there's a mastermind going on in here. I have a plan going. So let me cook, y'all. Let me cook. You'll get there.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to say.
No, yeah.
It's just super annoying because it's like for Memorial Day, my aunts and uncles, they were here, and a couple of my aunts and my mom were in the kitchen, and they were having this like back and forth because they're like, "Oh, when are you gonna bring your boyfriend around? When are you gonna bring your boyfriend around?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna be parading dudes in and out of here." Like, ooh, sorry, I don't have time for that shit. So it's like I'm gonna bring one guy, and then we get it popping from there. Because then he's gonna come with his own quirks or whatever. So then it's like for me, I really haven't thought about how the flip side of that looks like, because there's also the explaining part, but then thinking about, you know, the comfort level of your partner. So then it's like I have to think about that for a man who has tattoos, and he's a man.
Right.
So it's like even for you, like it's just a whole different world of maneuvering. And then it's like these things are already hard because they were having a conversation in the kitchen. They were like, "Oh no, she's got to bring someone. What is she going to be? A super educated lady who has no man, who has no family?" And then I was just like, it didn't make me feel some type of way. But one of my responded like, "Why are you putting that pressure on her? Like, why are you making it weird? Like, it wasn't weird until y'all did all that." Which that's a really good point. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, they actually think I give a fuck about shit like that. Like they think that actually is on the surface of my mind. Like, girl, I'm contemplating my existence. Like, I do not have time for that shit. I'm over here doing 10 sets of, you know, finding myself. So y'all must not have gotten the pamphlet, you know, for the year.
But
so
you know, sorry.
There's a certain luxury of like being like, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, whoever I bring, as long as they got it, like I'm good. I don't have to deal with that. But then it's like now that I'm actually, because we've never had this conversation before, like hearing your rationale behind you being so withholding makes a lot more sense, because it's like you don't want to bring someone into this world that is not going. There's going to be discomfort on both ends, but will it be a repellent?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is this going to be a deal breaker if these guys are going to continue to be persistent obstacles?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think, as you know, a lot of these things that come hard for, like, they're, even talking about this is so hard. I think that goes to show, like, I keep a lot of these thoughts kind of to myself, and like internally in my mind, I'm always like going over and over and over and over and over it, over and over and over and over it. And I don't usually talk about it, even to the people that are like closest to me. I remember another really good friend of mine who I always feel is like on par. No, I mean, no one compares to Dahlia, but she's also a really, really close friend. Um, we were having a kind of a heart to heart, and I told her, like, it's kind of difficult for me to talk about things that make me uncomfortable. Like, my feelings make me deeply uncomfortable, and talking about them makes me deep. Right now, I'm fighting back tears. Okay, it makes me deeply uncomfortable. I think a lot of it could be like, a trauma response. So many, different things I had to work out in therapy, but the fact of the matter is that it's still very difficult. So yes, having these conversations like with you, or even with this audience here that we're building, it's new for me, but I think in a way it's kind of like exposure therapy. Like, I think talking about it might make it a little bit easier. And I'm even noticing, like, in my relationship, because y'all, if you can imagine talking to like my best friends about something that's deeply personal and like a conflict for me is sort of difficult. Not to say that that they're hard to talk to. It's just my own kind of internal struggle. You can imagine, like, talking in my personal relationships, like my romantic relationships, is also very difficult. But one of the things that I will credit my partner is that she's very, 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 very patient. And it does take me a while to kind of get through that thought and like how to convey it, because okay, it's one thing for me to think what I want to say, and another thing for me to like try to convey it in the way that I want it to be perceived, right? So that also, it will take me it takes me some time. um but I will say, like, she's really patient about it, which I really appreciate, because sometimes it'll take me like I don't want to say like 2 days. Like, maybe I'll like stay up all night thinking about something that I want to bring up. And then this is literally what I do. I'll go in my notes app and I'll type out a fucking book. And it's not like it's just a way for me to kind of like organize my thoughts. I just, a blurb of like everything, right? And then I'll give it a couple hours, and then I'll go back and read the things that were really heavy on my mind at that time, and kind of like edit. And like, when I write all of this, it's the most academic. Like, it's like I'm in school writing, my intro, body, and concluding paragraphs. Like, it's very thorough. But that's just how I like to organize my thoughts, and that's how I'm able to be like, okay, this, and highlight. I literally highlight what it is, the points that I want to mention. And this takes a while. This whole process that I'm explaining to you takes time. Okay. And thankfully, like, she's patient enough to kind of wait for me to kind of go through that whole process so that we can have a conversation. And once that kind of happens, it gets me a while to kind of get to that point. Even like with my friendships, like, sometimes I need a second to think about how I want to say it, because even sometimes I don't even know like what's really going on. I don't really know what's going on up there sometimes. But I just need a moment to kind of process it. So I'm sorry, it took a while to get through it, but it's kind of amazing. I think that we kind of had this little mini breakthrough on the pod and shared it with our audience here. I think it might give you guys a little bit more insight on the type of friendship that we have, and how our dynamic is, and how like we kind of work. I've had people in my life describe, like, okay, I've had people in my life describe like me to be quite like guarded in a sense most of the time, if not all the time. I'm pretty like guarded, but it wouldn't seem like that because I can be so friendly and but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying to open myself up to these types of conversations. Because I feel like every time I do, it feels like a breakthrough. It's like I can really connect with whoever I'm having this conversation with. So in this case, obviously my best friend, but also you guys, like whoever is watching this, like this, again, I cannot reiterate this enough, is a vulnerable moment for me. Okay. And I'm just hoping you'll take it kindly. That's all.
Oh shit! Thanks for sharing with me.
I guess you're welcome. I don't know. Shit. What do you want from me?
Well, that I think I was thinking a little while you were talking. It's like this seems to be like a therapeutic aspect to this kind of podcast interface. So maybe that's why everyone's fucking got a fucking podcast nowadays. But like, yeah, it's like there is a certain ounce of authentic vulnerability and authentic conversation that a lot of people can have. Like it's easy to have like silly, goofy, making jokes, yeah, ha, ha, blah, 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 with your boys or your gals, or talking about dudes, or talking about, because dudes always talking about shorty, shorty's always talking about dudes, and then everyone in between. You know what I mean? Like it's like everyone's always talking about each other, but it's, and I can attest that it's the level of, like, you are so articulate about your train of thought, and I really admire that about you. Is that sometimes when like it takes me, bro, the way that you just broke that shit down, that shit would have taken me a couple days. Because I would have had to feel my day, my feelings on the first day, and then I would have been like, I'm not gonna compartmentalize it. So then I'm like, let all that fear in, seep and be absorbed in that pool of emotion, and then come at the other end and just be like, nigga, I'm enlightened. I'm out of here. I would not even, I would talk about it if I need to, but it's like I kind of have a pet peeve with having to explain my process. I'm just like, bro, I need to jump off the cliff and then rise like a phoenix, and then after that keep it pushing.
Literally, I kid you, that is exactly how she describes her thought processes. I kid you fucking not. And you know what? I trust her so much. So I hear it and I'll be like, okay, fuck it. Okay. All right. Okay. I trust you. I trust you'll come out the end of this. I don't know how the fuck, but okay. Like, you'll get there. I know you'll get there. But literally, quite literally, she makes it sound like I'm going to be jumping off a cliff and doing a somersault into the depths of whatever this is. And just, you're gonna have to trust me, I'll make it out. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, bro. I go in there and have a conference meeting with my demons. And I'm just like, all right, guys, let's get the numbers up. Who's first? Steve? All right, Steve. Show the progress of the company that is Dahlia One Boy. Right. So we're completely, like, y'all are really getting, this is such a deep pod today.
And we did not expect that at all. Bitch, we was going to talk about what? Prom?
Prom
and you from Netflix. Like, come on. How did we get here?
No, this is so deep because it's like, I don't think you've ever broken down your process like that before, because my process is that I don't, like, Lena kind of has this like dripping aspect, like a faucet dripping with water, and that's how she kind of deals with stuff. And she got a bucket, and she'll like deal with the bucket, and she'll empty it out whenever she has the capacity to empty it out, but it'll collect. Like for me, I'm just like, I can see all that shit that I need to do, so it's like, swallow me in whole. Like I am going to put myself open all the chakras. Let me. If I die, I die. Like it's like, open all the chakras. Let's deal with it. Let's get it. Let's see what we need to see. Because I use fear and a lot of the emotions that a lot of people think about as a negative emotion as a compass. So if I'm afraid of it, that's exactly what I got to do. It's like, if that person triggers me the right way, I'm just like, that's someone I need to keep. A lot of like, I'm just like, oh, you're showing me some wounds I didn't know I had. Thank you. So then it's like, that's why I don't have a lot of people in my life. I'm barely triggered. I'm barely triggered. I can count on 3 fingers how many people trigger me, and none of those are anywhere close to me. They're more like the outer circle. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, the people who are really close to me, like they had their moment. And then I was just like, oh, actually, I could reorganize this organization, and I just fucking go under, and I just go within, and I dive into the depth of my consciousness. And that's how I do. That's how I deal with my shit. So it's like, I never knew that it's like, you're trying to have this air of like, you're not trying to prevent things from happening. Because I thought at first you're trying to be controlling of the situation and the circumstances, but it's more of like, you're trying to redirect traffic. You're like putting detours in the way to give yourself time to have the capacity to deal with what you know is coming.
I think that's a really interesting way to put it, because it makes a lot of sense. I don't like when I explain this to you and like to our audience here, like I can only hope and pray that it makes sense, because this is the only way that it kind of makes sense in my head. So to hear you kind of how you metabolize that, I guess I explained it well enough.
Was that accurate?
Yeah, I think it was definitely accurate, because I think, yes, when we had a kind of similar discussion some time ago, kind of like about this, your concern was that I was trying to like what you were saying, but I didn't quite resonate with that in that moment. Like, I think I'm thinking ahead, right? And I'm trying to organize the pieces in a way that it won't be as bad. Like I need some type of brace. Like I need some type of cushion when all of this gets to, the breaking point. So I feel like this is kind of what I need to do for myself, just so that I can have some type of reprieve when I rip off the Band-Aid and just be like, hey, this is me, this is what's going on. Because y'all, when I tell you, you don't know the history that like I have with my family or any of that. But I feel like with a lot of, or let me just say, like with my family, is that they get kind of a very how do I say it, like censored side of me. Like they don't get the real deal. Like they do see quite a bit of me, obviously, because they have raised me my entire life, but I've kind of, due to our relationship, I've watered a lot of it down and kind of kept things for myself and for only like the people that I trusted. So to reveal something that I feel is like so intimate, so precious to me, to them, it's I'm just getting hot thinking about it. I'm getting hot just thinking about it. But because that is something like that is going to be the biggest thing for me this year. And that's why I kind of put that on my timeline, to kind of like on my to-do list. Because I feel like I think we talked about it in like one of the other episodes about how the snake year is among us and this will be my year. And I'm trying to really maximize that. I'm trying to reap all the benefits of that and just own it. I'm trying to own it. I'm trying to be my most authentic self and most unapologetic self, because this is not something I'm willing to change for anybody. So we're here. We're going to get through it. And I'm happy that I have Dahlia by my side through this whole kind of process, and all the people in my life that do really support me, because I do not know where I would be without them. Like through all the things that I have been through, that we have been through, I don't know where we would be without each other.
Type shit. I'm gonna keep it P.
Yo, get out of here. You need to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it P. Yeah. I feel you, type shit.
Yo, talking about ladies, please get out of here.
Yeah, like, oh word. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Not me bearing my heart.
Imagine, and I was just like, word.
Word. Literally word. Like
Word
shit.
too.
Like shit, yeah.
I know
Yeah,
I say this a lot, but it's like you cannot do this life alone. And if you think you can, trust me, daddy, you'll be back. You'll be back. You'll be back next week. If you live today, you're gonna come back next weekend. Okay, we're gonna see you very soon. Okay, so it's like to think that you can just survive this life by toughing it out. It's like that's inherently that's not gonna work for you. But do you? It's your lifetime. It's it's your karmic cycle. But then we're now moving to the age of Aquarius, so y'all better tighten up because things gonna get real uncomfortable for the next couple of decades. So tighten up. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I really obviously like appreciate you sharing that with me. But then it's like now I feel like even within the span of this podcast, like my not my perception, but it's like I can appreciate I can see your growth now on a timeline. Like it's like Lena 5 years ago would have never fucking could never conceptualized saying the things you just said today. You know what I mean? Let alone knowing that other people who maybe are feeling that exact same way might be seeing that as well. So think about how much comfort you've brought so many people. They're like, oh my God, I'm not fucking crazy. Like that sometimes you need someone to like be like, oh yeah, I see that. And see you and see your perspective. And that's enough to not make you feel like you're losing your mind. Like we're living in very we're in a shift of consciousness, and there's gonna with that there's gonna have a lot of discomfort and a lot of distress and a lot of suffering when you resist the opening up and accepting of whatever state you're in, right? Like the only way you're going, like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I need to love myself. I'm like, girl, you don't even know yourself, so how can you love someone you don't know? You know what I mean? So it's like moving through those levels of like, don't put all the pressure of like, I need to know myself, I need to know myself right now. Like, get to know yourself first, and then be like, would I be my own friend? And then, oh, do I like myself? Oh, I don't. Okay, what things can I start doing to like myself? And then from there, you're like, ooh, I think I'm falling in love with myself. And this is a process I followed, like exactly that. It's like the day I found out I didn't love myself was the moment that I started to actually love myself, because I was not dealing the least tactical thing is to not know like your base point, where you're launching off from, because you're trying to do so much stuff in this world, and then it's like if you don't even know who you are, the op could be inside. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh my God, everything I'm doing is not working out. Yeah, because you're self-sabotaging. You might not like yourself enough, so how are you gonna collaborate with someone or something you don't like?
Right. And to add to that, I feel like with getting to know yourself, you're going to be constantly evolving and growing. And one of the things that I had told myself on my birthday, actually, and on my birthdays, I tried to dedicate to learning the new version of myself, because you're constantly going to be becoming a new version of yourself. You're going to constantly leveling up. If you're, if you're trying to level up in this world, you're going to be constantly just bangers after bangers, right? But I'm trying to get into the concept or the idea of just trying to rediscover myself at every stage of my life, at every point in my life, at every birth year, every whatever, like just trying to get to know who this new version of myself is. Because like Dahlia was saying, the person I was 5 years ago was completely different, y'all. Completely different. But through that process of like, again, getting to know myself each and every year and trying to figure out what my like, because your tastes kind of develop. I don't know, sometimes they change, sometimes things stay the same, but I think for me, like, different parts of myself kind of matured, different parts I let go. Like, it was constantly kind of changing, and after every year I became a little bit closer to that ideal image of myself that I kind of see in my mind, that I'm like, that's her, that's that bitch that I need to be like. she's it. And I feel like little by little every year I'm getting to that point. I don't even know if it's fair to like to have just one point, because I feel like I'm just gonna constantly try to continue to level up. But my point that I'm really trying to convey is you're going to be changing. You are going to change as we age, as we grow. We're going to change constantly. Everything, your body, your personality, or I don't know, like parts of your personality, maybe not your whole personality, but just try to dedicate loving and getting to know each version, each person that you come to encounter. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
And I personally think birthdays are for doing coke. So
holy shit.
So
we do not condone. Hey, wait. Disclaimer. We don't condone these activities at all. Okay, at all.
I feel like it's a birthday done. You know what I mean? Like, hey, get away from them one time.
Nope. You know what we do condone every year is taking care of yourself. Go for a spa date. Treat yourself, babes. Treat yourself. Okay, that's what I will be doing this year for my birthday.
You can go to a spa any day, bro. You can never get that. Rolly with a dab of ranch. Yeah. Hey, really, that's really good. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our podcast. Like, subscribe, comment if you like our content, which you should, because I cried on this pod, which is that makes it 2 now. So goddamn. But I hope you all have
you guys. We love you very much. I love you very much. Okay. And don't like she doesn't want to let you guys know because she's kind of shy about it. But she loves you too, guys. She loves you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.